I got time to tell you a story.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, 30 years ago, I thought I wanted to be a judge. And a judgeship opened up here in Orange County, Florida. And 15 lawyers applied to be the judge.
Okay.
And I go through the whole process. I went through in front of a committee. They asked me one question. Do you believe in the death penalty?
Huh.
At that moment in time, I said, yeah. I don't believe it anymore, but
Right.
at that I don't know what they wanted to hear.
Right.
Ask me two questions. Do you believe in the death penalty?
Okay.
And how do you like doing your radio show?
Wow. Whoa.
Those are the two questions.
Whoa.
And so when you look at these list of 15 lawyers, all of them I recognize, okay? These are lawyers that have been around. These are names that you recognize. These
In
are
the
lawyers who are
community, yeah.
prominent in the
Right.
community. So I get a letter from the nominating committee, and here's a name. I'm just going to make up a name, John Jones, okay?
Right,
and I go,
right.
John Jones, of all the lawyers on that list, I never heard of this guy.
Okay, right.
Who is he?
Right.
Actually, this is a letter that says Tom thanks us for applying, but we've selected John Jones.
Okay.
This letter came on the head of the Judicial Nominating Committee. It came on his letterhead.
Okay.
I look up at his letterhead. John Jones is an associate in his law firm. The guy that's making the decision is choosing an associate lawyer in his law firm. I go, oh, that's the way it works. Once again, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
And am I bitter or angry about that? No, because, hey, guess what? I'm glad as heck I'm not a judge,
Yeah, right,
all right?
exactly.
I love doing what I'm doing because
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
something different every day.
Absolutely.
If I had to sit there and listen to divorce cases all day, I'd go insane.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't get that.
I thank you for sharing this story. And I agree with you, meant to be. I'm happy for you that you did not get it, because I don't think that you would be as happy as you are continuing to do what you're doing.
Yeah, by the way, and just another thought about that is that remember my parents were on a vacation, and they came back from vacation. I'm bringing them home from the airport, and I go, Mom and Dad, good news. I've applied to be a judge. Thinking they'd be happy for
Right.
me. And both of them, really?
Oh.
Sure about that?
Really?
Once again, parents know best.
Yes. Oh, that's really fascinating.
Yeah.
That they both were immediately, are you sure?
Yeah.
The
Are you
questioning, yeah.
And so, and one little part about this, okay? My dad, he'd been a lawyer in Orlando since the mid-'50s. He goes, Tom, way back in the day, I'm talking 60s or 70s,
Right, right.
He goes, they came to me and said, Mr. Olson, Robert, you want to be a judge? And I looked at him and said, hey, I got kids in college. I can't afford to be a judge.
Wow.
Back in those days, you were served a long, distinguished legal
Right.
career. You step up and you be a judge. It's a public service. It's a community
Right.
service. It's not about making money.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
He couldn't, as a young lawyer, he couldn't afford to do it.
He was saying, yep.
And guess what? Now it's come around and judges make good money.
They definitely make significantly more than when you're dad. But I also think, two very important things. Both your parents said the same thing. Are you sure you want to do that? And I think it's cool from their individual perspectives as well. One, your dad was coming from the position. He's been a lawyer his whole career. So what a great perspective. He's like, you really sure you want to do that? Your mom, on the other hand, I think is really cool because she's the one that encouraged you to have your own radio show.
Exactly. She got me started.
Yeah.
36
So in
years
other
ago.
words, so she was also, I think, again, very wise beyond her years for even suggesting that you do that, because you were like the first in the U.S.
1 minute.
So good for her. So pretty cool from their perspectives, but both saying to you the same message.
Yeah.
Are you really sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
And thankfully it turned out that you didn't have to make a decision on your own.
Speaking of which, Olson on Law Radio Show, the longest
Exactly.
continuous running legal radio show in America.
In America and the world, we know.
Yeah, 36 years.
Yes.
Still love doing it. And I love it even more now you're doing it with
Thank
me.
you, love. Thank you. And I love being your sidekick.
Amen. Hey, folks, thanks so much for all your great calls and questions. We do so much appreciate it. If I may, a suggestion